Good afternoon, everybody. A quick message from the senior leadership team at All Saints for you. As you know, yesterday we had some very important information with regards to education in secondary schools for the next few weeks. And as you'll know, you will have received information with regards to examinations and to the everyday experience for our children. We wanted to convey some important information to you so that you have a clear understanding as to what we are going to offer your children during the next few weeks. Let me just talk about examinations first of all. What we know at the moment is that GCSE and A-level examinations for this year have been formally cancelled. We don't know as yet what the replacement for those examinations will be. However, we have decided that it is very much business as usual. And that is why it is very, very important for you, students in Year 11 and Year 13 particularly, and to parents, your son or your daughter, or to the child that you look after, that they access all of the resources that are being provided to you and to them during these next few weeks until February half term. We don't know what will happen after February, and it may be that we will still be in this process of a lockdown. But what we will do is provide you with an update during the next few weeks. It is important, therefore, that you use this time effectively and that you make sure that you use every opportunity to learn and make progress in your learning. I've got Mrs. Johnson with me, Mr. Hutchinson and Miss Flint, and they're going to give you some key bits of information as well. So I'm going to hand over to Mrs. Johnson. Thank you.
Hello to our parents and students at All Saints. Just want to say a big thank you on behalf of the senior leadership team for the way that you are managing during the current lockdown. We appreciate that children having to learn remotely in such a quick fashion comes with a whole series of difficulties, but it is really appreciated that the support that parents and guardians are giving their children. In terms of your timetable, every child will follow their normal timetable from period 1 right through to period 5. This will be delivered via Teams, and so if your child would ordinarily have English period 1 on a Monday, then they should be logging in period 1 on a Monday at 9 o'clock for their English teacher to take that, and that will continue throughout the current lockdown. In terms of some of the subjects, there are slight amendments. So with regards to core PE, we will continue to deliver core PE lessons live. However, they may not be delivered by your child's usual teacher. You do still need to log in for those. In terms of Year 7 and 8 music and Year 11 BTEC music, those lessons will not be running. I think it's really important, just while we're on the topic of BTEC and the BTEC exams and vocational qualifications, there are some exams that are taking place over the next fortnight. As far as we are aware, those are still going ahead, therefore children should be attending school. They will take those exams, and once finished they will be leaving site. In terms of our Year 11 and 13 students, I just want to speak to you for a moment directly. I appreciate that message yesterday from the Prime Minister may have been disheartening, given the work that I know a number of you have put in to your studies, not just over the last year, but the entire time that you've been with us at All Saints. What happened yesterday does not negate how hard you have all worked and how proud we are here at All Saints, but the work is not done. As far as we are aware, we will need a series of assessments and pieces of information to inform the grade that you will ultimately receive. So it's really, really important that you continue to log on and do your live lessons. There is no let up at this point. We are still planning for mock exams in February to go ahead, and therefore you should still be preparing for them because ultimately in 6 weeks they may well be taking place. The final thing that I just want to refer to are evening events this half term. The Year 11 Parents' Evening will still be going ahead next week. I was in touch with the parents and carers before Christmas regarding School Cloud. A number of you still need to download that software and access it to book your appointments. You can do that until Friday. With regards to Year 8 options, the options evening was on the parent planner for the end of this half term. We think it's really unfair to expect Year 8s to have to select their options this half term given the interruption to their education. Therefore, we will be postponing that, and children in Year 8 will have more time this year to enjoy the range of subjects offered in their curriculum so they can make an informed choice for starting their GCSEs next year. Take good care. Bye.
Okay, so just to follow on from Mr Cuomo and Ms Johnson, a message from myself regarding the lessons you'll be getting in the coming weeks. As we've said, all of your lessons in the coming weeks will be delivered via Microsoft Teams. I know you've got experience with that from, unfortunately, the previous lockdowns that we've had, but what I will say is that our teachers are working very, very hard to ensure that your lessons are challenging and they're purposeful, and they'll keep you going with your studies over the coming weeks. What I would say as well is any support you need in terms of accessing Teams is available through our school website on the teaching and learning section. In addition, you are quite welcome to email myself, Mr Marsden, who's the IT manager, or your teachers regarding the work at any point, and we'll try our best to return your queries as quick as we can. But don't be afraid to ask. We're here to help you and obviously want to support you during this difficult time. What I would say is the behaviour of students during the online lessons is normally absolutely immaculate. We expect the very high standards from yourself and full engagement, and it may well be the case that your teachers will ask you for some assessed work that you can kind of send back to your teacher through email, so you get homework as usual, but I'm sure that will increase over the coming weeks. But overall, as I say, I know it's a difficult time, and I know you've all been working very hard and will continue to do so. So yeah, as I say, in terms of the lessons, anything we can do to help you, just let us know. But please give us your full engagement and work with us in the coming weeks. Thank you.
Hi all, so I'm here just to talk to you about your well-being. So I think it's really important to make sure that you follow a routine, you get up on time, you get enough sleep. When you're on Teams, you don't have your phone with you, you're doing exercise and you're eating healthily, and all the self-care strategies that we've talked about over the last few months, make sure that you are following those, because this is a stressful time for many of us, and we need to make sure that we're communicating with teachers, with family, with friends. Don't isolate yourself, so it's really important that you do follow those kind of steps. On the VLE there is a folder under subjects called personal development. In there is loads and loads of resources to help you. There's the online safety certificate that we'd like you to do, and I have sent you an email of how to complete that, and some of you have already done that, so thank you very much. There are resilience resources, there's kindness resources, there's information about careers and kudos, so there's lots and lots of stuff for you to be doing on there, and I will be sending a weekly update if there's any new resources, and just to remind you of the location of the resources that I've just talked to you about. As everyone has mentioned, if you are concerned about anything, please email us. You can email your year progress leader, teachers. There's also the wellbeing email, so remember that's wellbeing@allsaints.nots.sch.uk. Use that and then we will respond to you. But take care and look forward to seeing you after February half term.
A message for Year 13 students. I'm really sorry that you are not back in school at the moment, and that you aren't carrying on as we'd hoped and intended for the final sort of run up to your exams. Please make sure you are continuing to attend lessons through Teams, and you should be making sure that you're accessing everything as normal, and like we've said, we will be in contact with more information as we receive it. You should be attending all lessons as normal. Don't be accepting any part-time work or shifts during the school day, and make sure you do keep attending those lessons. Those of you that are still yet to apply to UCAS, please get your applications in as soon as possible. Information from UCAS is the 15th of January deadline stands, so we do need to receive those by the end of this week so that we can process them and meet that deadline. Year 11s, those of you that didn't have your interviews before Christmas holidays, we will be in touch with you in the coming weeks to reorganise a Teams and remote interview so that you have the opportunity to discuss your options, your choices for your A-level subjects, and make sure you have that opportunity for a one-to-one conversation about your future, which you really deserve. I hope for Year 11s, Year 13s and Year 12s that you engage in your lessons, keep in touch as lots of us have said. Any support or any help that you need, please do keep in touch through emails, contact through your subject teachers, and let us know if there's anything that we can be doing, and we will look forward to seeing you again soon.
And finally, from me, a massive thank you to my colleagues. Maths testing. You will have received information with regards to maths testing, which is going to be taking place during the next few days and the next few weeks. We are ready to mass test the children who are with us at the moment in school, and of course our colleagues. A reminder that this is not a mandatory test, and this is where I am asking for your support to complete the consent information that is available on the email, and you have received 2 letters which detail that email address. I'm pleased to report that we've had over 250 responses so far, and that the vast majority of you parents and carers would like your son or your daughter or whoever you look after to take part in that test. Now, at the moment, we've had to pause the big part of that project because, as you know, we're on lockdown and the vast majority of children are not in school. However, hopefully, when we are back after the February half term, that process will start again, and it is very much our intention to start mass testing children. So finally, again, need your support, we need your consent so that we know which children we can test and which we can't. Students, those of you who are age 16 or over, in law, you can actually provide consent yourself. We will access that information when you provide it so that you can access a test as well. Finally, we wish you all the very, very best. Remember, if you need anything, any support, the website is very, very detailed. Contact school and we are more than happy to support you. I wish you all the very, very best. Many thanks.